evening and welcome to Bilbao. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Good evening.
Okay.
Salud, salud.
Okay, some months after the release date of your latest album, RIB, how could you define the reaction both of the fans and the media about this new album?
Yeah, so I think we had quite good reviews for that album RIB, and I think the fans like it too. So we entered the German official charts on place 41. It was another very big success for Tankard, and yeah, we still like the album, we still love it, and I hope the fans love the album too.
Okay, he's going to talk about what was yesterday's shows like and what your relationship with Spain, with the country like.
Yeah, so we played a couple of times in Spain, but yeah, today Bilbao we didn't play since 1991, I guess was the last time. And yeah, so we are really looking forward, and it's always a pleasure to come back to Spain because the fans are very enthusiastic, and there are still a lot of thrash metal fans, and yeah, good food, nice weather, nice girls, good fans, heavy metal. We love to play here.
Okay, and what can you tell me about the yesterday's shows in Madrid? Everything was okay, or what about the crowd?
Yeah, the crowd was really crazy, and we had a really good time. It was in a smaller club than the last time, I think, but it was, yeah, quite full and was good. We had a lot of fun, and I hope everybody was satisfied.
Okay, okay. As you told me before, you played here in the Basque Country in 1991.
1991, yeah.
The Meaning of Life album, I reckon, and you played in Balmaceda. Do you remember anything about this? About that?
Oh, what happened to my beer? I'm a very old.
Space beer.
It's not a space beer. It's a Dutch one. As far as I can remember, the crowd was very crazy. And we did this tour by bus. We played the first time in Cadiz,
yeah,
in the very south of Spain. And we played in Barcelona, and we played this Bilbao, I guess.
Yeah, it was Balmaceda. It was,
yeah, a lot of people were shown up. I can remember, and yeah, I mean, it's very long. It's more than 20 years.
Yeah, really.
So it's very hard for me to remember. But as far as I can remember, the crowd was very crazy. And I hope today a lot of people will show up and we have a good time together.
Okay. If we talk about your live activity, your live shows, I reckon it's going to be really difficult to arrange the set list because you have 16 records, so you could include just one song of it, and it could be a live set list with 16 tracks. So, how do you do to arrange the set list?
Yeah, there are always a lot of discussions in the band. Of course, you have to play 2 or 3 songs of a new album. And we try always to do a good mixture, but it's not so easy. So we have some albums like Kings of Beer and Disco Destroyer. We don't play one song of it, but we still play the very old stuff. And yeah, of course, we play songs of A Girl Called Cerveza still, and RIB now. And I mean, we have also a lot of video clips, so. Yeah, it's always hard to decide which songs we're gonna play, but we try to do a good mixture of everything. But it's getting more difficult and more difficult with each album.
Because there's no really difference in quality, talking about the quality of the albums of the last albums.
They are all bad.
You know, it's not like other bands that their 80s album or the 90s were really, really good, but however the last one, the latest one, they are not really good. So, but however, the same quality. Tankard always releases really good albums.
Thanks a lot. Muchas gracias.
So there is not a big difference. Okay, you have always, just so you are normal people with day jobs, with families, you don't pretend to be rock stars. Is this a secret why Tankard has always been there, jumping the highs and lows of the scene and everything?
I mean, Yeah, somehow you're right. On the one hand, we don't have to live from the music because everybody has a regular job in the band. On the one hand, we are totally independent. We can do what we want. We don't have to play 150 shows in a year in a row to survive. I mean, this is really an advantage, I really would say, because we are really independent in what we can do. And the most important thing is really to have fun to play that kind of music. On the other hand, the worst side is that we are only able to play 30, maybe 35 shows in a year. So, yeah, but at the moment we have more offers, so we are not able to play all the offers. And I would love to play more, but you know, this is like, yeah, the compromise we have to do. But I think it's really important to be really independent in what we can do.
Mm-hmm. Because as you said in your previous album, the band has not been one day dead, never. It has always been there. Tankard always been alive. You have survived everything. Have you ever been near to throw the towel and leave everything behind, or you never thought about?
I never can imagine a life without Tankard. So, I mean, of course, we had really hard times in the middle until the end of the 90s. So nobody was really into thrash metal anymore, and yeah, somehow we played 2 or 3 times in a year because nobody was interested in organizing shows. But we always kept on going, and in 2000 I had an operation with tonsils, and I was not able to sing for more than half a year, and that was also, yeah, not a very nice time, but I never thought to give up.
Okay.
So we keep on thrashing until I drop from stage.
Mm-hmm. All right. We hope it's gonna be.
I learned a new Spanish word.
Which one?
Salud. it's very difficult word.
At least you have to reach Lemmy from Motorhead the same age.
We will see.
At least you have to try it.
We try.
Okay. In the last years, you have been considered among the big 4 thrash metal bands in Germany with Creator, Soul and Destruction. It wasn't not the same some years ago. It was not the same. It was the kind of the 3 big German thrash band. But incredibly, Tankard was not there. What was the reason why you were not included in the past and you have got that level right now?
I don't know. You have to ask the journalists. Now they are talking about the big Teutonic 4. I mean, it's really comparing with the Clash of the Titans stuff, the big 4 US bands, and now, so we are really glad that we now belong to this club, and yeah, so there will be we will be play together on one stage this year again on the Summer Breeze Festival.
Okay.
And there will be out a split album, just on vinyl, I think, with some cover versions. Tankard covered the song Iron Maiden of Iron Maiden. Yeah, and we are really looking forward to play again. That all 4 bands play together again on one stage.
Okay. Do you have a good connection between the band members? Good relationship?
Yeah, it's a good relationship, and yeah, especially with Sodom we played many times in the last 33 years, and yeah, they have somehow the same humor as we have, so we know each other very well. That's quite fun.
Maybe do you think at some time maybe the media didn't take you seriously because of your lyrics, or the kind of we know that you have really serious lyrics about the sense of humor, but maybe they didn't take you so seriously because of this sense of humor.
Yeah, so Tankard is still reduced on this beer thing, and I mean, it was in the beginning of our own fault, of course. I mean, we created this kind of image with albums like Chemical Invasion and The Morning After. And but with Chemical Invasion, we also started to write serious lyrics. but nobody is really interested in that. But I think for us it's important to always to have a good mixture of serious lyrics and funny stuff. And then in the middle of the 90s we wanted to get rid of this image a little bit with albums like Two-Face, but we totally failed. And yeah, nowadays we make a lot of irony and parody of our own image, so yeah, we don't take ourselves too seriously. And yeah, sometimes yeah, the band still is reduced on this beer thing, but we can really live with that. That's no problem for us.
Okay, we talk about the current lineup. You are together more than 15 years, I reckon. This is more than the average marriage, for example. How do you do it? You are friends, I can imagine.
Yes, it's like an old family when we go on tour, and yeah, of course we have a good relationship, and yeah, if you're getting older, you're getting sometimes a little bit crazy, but we know each other for such a long time, so this is no problem.
Okay. In a career that has expanded more than 30 years, could you select some of your highlights? I mean, for example, some events or some records that you could consider special highlights? Or is it difficult?
Oh, that is very difficult. In 32 years, there were so many highlights. I told you already about the Down in the middle until the end of the 90s. There were a lot of highlights. Of course, to keep the very first album in your hands, Zombie Attack, we were totally proud. And yeah, to sign the first record contract, nobody understood what's in this contract, what it says. You know, it was very funny. And yeah, to play the very first time outside from Germany, and then to play the very first time outside from Europe, and yeah, there were a lot of highlights. And yeah, South America, it's always very crazy. The people are totally crazy, but yeah, so there are so many countries left we have never been to, so we have to keep on going. Mm-hmm. And yeah, to play for big festivals, it's always a highlight. And yeah, mm-hmm. But I just can't pick up now one special moment. The first album was really important, and if journalists ask me what are my favorite albums, I always say the first one and the last one. The last one because you were so many years involved in writing songs and put so many energy and power in a new album, so that's the reason why I say always Zombie Attack and the new album.
Since the 80s you have been really into the video clips, always been really important for Tankard. Do you think this is the best way to show both sides of the band, the serious, the music and the sense of humor as well, the video clips?
Yeah, so video clips are in general very important, you know, to make advertising for the band and for the music. And yeah, we always try to do good mixture of yeah, serious music and a funny video clip. So if we would a video clip with a lot of flames and totally serious, nobody would believe that it's Tankard. So we always have to find a good mixture of that. Mm-hmm. And for this album we are very glad to have 2 official video clips for R.I.B., the title track, and for Fooled by Your Gods. And that was a very crazy guy from Australia, and a lot of students worked at that video clip, and we didn't have to pay any money, but it's so amazing to have this comic video clip for Fooled by Your Gods. Okay. So we are really proud to have 2 official video clips.
And what kind of music do you listen in your free time, or what kind of bands, or classics, or brand new bands, or what do you listen?
I'm very open in the metal stuff, so 99% I listen to metal. And thrash metal, speed metal, just heavy metal, power metal. I'm not so familiar to death and black metal. It's not so my personal thing. but I'm always looking for new bands. And of course, I was grown up in the 80s, so Overkill, Exodus, Anthrax, and all these kind of bands I was grown up with, and also bands like Anvil or Omen, and I could tell you now 100 million bands. So I'm still a big collector of CDs. And
how many pieces do you have, approx?
I don't know exactly. I guess 4,000 or 5,000.
Wow.
a lot of. And yeah, I'm really into that stuff, and it's great to be still a part of this whole metal scene and metal thing, and I'm very involved in that. Sometimes I work as a DJ. And,
Big Easy.
Yeah, it's Big Easy. It's our heavy metal bar in our hometown city, Frankfurt, and yeah, sometimes when I have time, I